Afternoon, Stephen. It's been a day of video events. I can't get me background to work, so they're going to have to see the mess and the hole in the wall made by my chair.
Yeah, well, it's been a day of two halves rather than a match of two halves. This morning, blubbing for Britain and chatting with Adair went perfectly, and then the fun started. So I'm going to have discussions afterwards, but for the moment we are live. This is inspired by Invideo with myself and John. This is episode 46. I think I might have miscounted. John, what are we talking about today?
Last week we showed animations on pictures, but then people have asked me, well, can I use animations on other things? So we're going to talk about animations on other things and pre-formatted text boxes.
Right. Okay. Now we're looking for a show where nothing goes wrong. So I'm going to do this step by step. I'm going to bring the video up on screen so you can see the video at the side of us. I'm going to turn John's camera and microphone off. I'm going to turn my camera and microphone. Microphone's going now. I'm going to play the video. This is John's instruction, and let's watch it.
For Inspired by Invideo, grab your favourite beverage, join us, watch and enjoy. Hi, the question is, can I use the new animations with assets other than images? Well, the answer is yes. You can even animate your logo. And here we've got Disco Station in for 1 second. So let's play that and see what that does. You see, fluttery lights like I'm at the disco. So what other assets could we use this with? Well, let's go to shapes. Let's go to outlines and let's add the circle. Let's make it a bit bigger, place it in the middle, and let's animate that. So if we animate, we've got none. Let's go right down. We can use all these existing animations, by the way, but let's do the drama. So we're going to drama it in from the left, and I'm going to do that for 1.5 seconds, and then I'm going to drama it out to the right. So let's go down to drama and the drama, and let's go out to the right. So let's play that. So as you saw, let's play it again. It in and out. Play it one more time. Okay, so you've got the idea there that you can do things with shapes, and of course you can do things with multiple shapes. So we could create a bigger shape, and we can animate that. So we could do something simple with that. Let's use one of the older ones. So let's oh, we're on the out, sorry, we want to be on the in. So let's fade that in. This is using an original one. Let's fade it in over 1.5 seconds, and let's fade it out. So here I'm mixing old and new together. So we're going to fade it out for 1.5 seconds. And what I also noticed was that that I'd only done this for 1 second, but it won't really matter for this exercise. I tell you what, let's change it anyway. So let's go to element 1, let's go edit, animation. Oh, I had done that for 1.5 seconds, but I hadn't done it out for 1.5 seconds. Okay, so let's play our scene now, and we can see there that we got quite a bit of animation. So it's all about playing with things and finding out what's going to work for you. And just to remind you, there's heaps on heaps of these different things. Now, the next question I'm asked is, can I do the same with a video? So let's add a scene. And we'll have another similar 5-second scene. And let's go to media. So let's go to videos. Let's go for cars. Lots of people go for dogs and things, but I'm more of a cars person. And really, I don't suppose it really matters that much what the video is. Let's check this one out. Not actually mad keen on that. Let's find something a little less already complicated. Okay, so we've got a stock car here. Oh, and another one hitting it. So let's add that. I only wanted to add it. I should have dragged it across. It's only short, so we'll use the full video. Okay, and video animation in. So let's go down and let's use hanging by a string. Okay, I keep calling this hanging by a thread, but it's hanging by a string, and we'll do that for 1.5 seconds. We'll go to out and we'll use hanging by a string, but we'll go in a different direction this time. So just bear with me while I find hanging by a string. And of course you don't have to use the same one all the time. You can mix and match the ins and the outs. And I can't even find hanging by a string. I tell you what, let's fly it out to the right. 1.5 seconds. And let's see what we get. And woohoo, that flew out. Okay, we've had that thing flow out. So now let's have a look and see whether we can do with other things. Well, we've got stickers. So let's add a scene. And let's add some stickers. So we've got animals, business, wow, okays, you know, Easter and things. Now, as you know, some of these are already animated, but some of them aren't. Ooh. So this one, I need to change my background. So let's go there. I don't know if you know, but you can change your background colour. You need to unlock it, go to edit, go to colours, change your colour, and now we're going to go for a white background. Okay, we go back to layers. I'm just going to delete that there. So now I've got a buy now, and if I play the scene, comes in a bit but doesn't really very exciting, is it? So let's animate it. So let's go sticker, edit, animation, and at the moment it's got fade in as a default. Let's try and make it a bit more fun. So we've got all the standard ones. Let's go groovy, shall we? I'm feeling groovy, so I'm going to go groovy from the left for 1.5 seconds roughly, and then I'm going to go out, and I'm going to go, and I felt groovy. Let's bounce it out to the right, and while it's in place, let's zoom in. Okay, so now we've added an on, an in place, and an out animation. Ooh, that was groovy, wasn't it? So a static thing can be made a little bit more exciting, and that's just using an e-commerce sticker, and there's lots more of those that you could use. Okay, so the last thing I guess that most people want to ask is about text. So let's add the scene. And let's go to our text. I'll just change it to say this is text. I'm forever holding the shift button down for too long. So can we do the fancy new animations with that? Now we can do the animations on word, character, line, in or whole. Let's set ours to character. Now it defaults to fade in, but what we're going to do is we're going to go and find something here that's, you know, quite exciting. Do we want a crawling, happy landing? Let's have a happy landing, and let's take a little bit of time, and let's go to the out, and let's use an existing one. We'll just slide them off to the right, and again we'll do about 1.5 seconds for that. So if we play the scene button, you can see it came in a fancy on way, but I can't have thought it wasn't really all that exciting, happy landing. So let's try bold and powerful and see what that looks like. Now that's got a bit more of a pizzazz. So by playing with the different effects, you can create good looking things that come off. Let's just change that one more time. Let's have it fly in. Yeah, and again 1 and a bit seconds. So let's play the scene again. So again you can see that you can really do animations on there, and of course it doesn't have to be character, it can be the whole line. Fly it one more time, and there. So really it's all about your imagination. So that's using the new animations and a couple of the older ones to animate labels, text, all sorts of things, to show you that you can really use your imagination to go where you want. Okay, another topic that's been around this week is, can I have fancier pre-done text boxes? Well, what do you want? That's the question, because if you nip over to text, as well as adding heading, subheading and adding body text, there's all these ready-made text boxes here. So if we click on text styles, it takes a few seconds for it to load, but there we are. We've got a whole load of different things, even barcode, quite elegances, springs, goodbye, and of course we can edit that from goodbye to hello. And yes, you can animate it. I think we've done enough on animation today. All the things on animation apply here as well. And of course you could have hello there, and you could say happy Diwali. Yeah, a whole load of things. And again, it doesn't have to be it could be happy birthday. Birthday. Okay, and again you can size them, etc. Yeah, so again here's the examples, different things. Game over, you know, speed, good vibes, burp, burp. Yes, this fancy pop I've been drinking, it's called San Pellegrino Limonata. It makes me burp. Haunted house, whole load of things, and even a barcode. Yep, you can add a barcode. So let's move happy birthday out, a barcode out the one way, happy birthday. And so there you can see barcode. And so if you want a barcode, You can do 11, 26, 57890. I don't know whether that's a valid barcode, but hey, it looks quite good, doesn't it? So that's textiles. But alongside textiles, you've got some classic things. So let's have a look at those. Again, it takes a little while, but you've got, you know, hearts, bows, hellos. You can do this, live and let live, in yourself, ideas. And again, you know, this shall pass too, blah, or keep it simple. So click to add, keep it simple. Let's make happy birthday a bit smaller. Keep it simple on there. And if we play the scene, you can see that they come on. So that's some of those things there. But it isn't just those classics. We've got moderns. So if you'd like an animated 3 words coming on, let's make our barcode smaller and move him up out the way. Let's move keep it simple there. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Wounds? I rather think that should be turn your words into wisdom. Yeah, oops, needed a capital so you could see you could edit it on screen. So if we play that, you can see that came down in there. So again, you can do all sorts of things. Now, Astons. What the heck do they mean by Astons? Astons is a really old name, yeah, and it came from the Aston Broadcasting Corporation, and these are what they mean by Astons. Yes, you've seen them around before. So they're completely editable, and they do things like say who you are and what your job title is. So that's what they call Astons. Social media credits. And there's a wide range of them, and they're growing all the time as different things come along. So we can add our in. Do you know, do you ever have those mental blocks? In? Yes, you know what it is, but my brain doesn't want to work right now. So let's have let's have a YouTube one, okay? And they've got them all. You can see them down here, different styles, shapes, etc. And different again down here. And I know that they are adding more of those as time goes by. Okay, so that's really good. But it is not the end, because they do location boxes as well. So you can have a different style of location box. Again, that's a bit on the big side. Let's move him round. Let's move that there. Let's make that smaller. Move that to there. And yeah, Hong Kong. Well, actually, it's London. Okay, and again, you can play with the size to make it match. Okay, and that's not the end of it, because there's one more option, and these are speech bubbles. So you've got a left and a right speech bubble, and a down to the left and a down to the right speech bubble there. You've got a thought bubble, and then you've got some other types of odds and ends. Now this one's quite quirky. Let's quirky, not quirky. We'll make it a little bit smaller. We'll add it there. We'll move London out the way a bit, and I won't bother changing it. But now if we play the scene, it's going to be madness. But you can see that you can do a whole load of things that you might not even have realized were available off the shelf items. So I hope you find that bit useful. I forgot to mention that Astons are lower thirds. I hope you found it useful. Bye.
Yep. Okay, you're back. Okay, and I'm going to switch that off and switch that on. You're watching?
Yeah, yes. It just disappeared. It did it this morning as well, but never mind.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, John. And got a question from Chris. Is there a
No, I
QR
haven't
code in
seen
there?
a QR code. QR codes are much more complex than
Right.
creating a barcode, though.
Well, yeah, QR code's relatively simple and straightforward.
I'm talking from
And
a
anything for
graphics
LinkedIn?
viewpoint. Creating a
Right. Okay. Well, you've got to generate a QR
Yeah.
code. It's yeah. Okay. And LinkedIn, was LinkedIn there?
Yeah, of course it was. But could I remember what IN meant?
Okay. Forgiven. Right. What's happening on Invideo this week? Anything new that people like as the music around?
Last night, and once again I couldn't get in via the link on the page, but I think they need to have a look at that. I don't think there's anything exciting happening at all, really, if I'm honest. Lots of people asking questions, but that's what we want.
That's true. That's true. It's questions that make things go around, and the people are just enjoying it, aren't they? I mean, the creative skills are given full. Well, they just can go for it really with Invideo.
You've really sort of got two types of people in the group, if you like. Those that are forging out and going ahead and creating whiz bangs and fireworks and rockets, and those who are going, how do I get started? Because we have a number of people.
Both ends of the spectrum, but people are still helping people.
I think so, very much so.
Yeah, because we did talk about it.
Quite pleasant in that I see people I know I help get started helping other people now.
Right.
And I think that's really quite cool. So
yeah, because with the change of title, there was a thought that there might be a change of emphasis.
Well, there's too much rubbish posted in it, as far as I'm concerned, that has nothing to do with the product. But they want to widen it out, and it's their group, not mine. So,
but we shall soldier on and keep bringing you, or John will keep bringing you, techniques that you can use in your videos to improve them and to explain things which are not explained. I saw a comment this week about the quality of the training videos and the fact that they weren't up to date and they were not, how can we say, clearly voiced. Was the interpretation of what was said. John's phone's going off, so
I've just killed it.
Yeah,
I haven't a clue who it is, and the last 2 times it's rung today, it's been somebody selling things. So I'm sure that's what it is for a 3rd time.
Could be. The thing about training videos, though, is that no sooner have you done a training video than it's out of date.
That's correct. Unfortunately, there's a lot of criticism of the accent of the person that's done the training video. So that's just life. You know, we all have different accents from wherever we are we're in the world. So,
but there is, yeah, and you could potentially use a AI voice, but again, you'd lose a lot if you did that, because there's no enthusiasm in an AI voice, and it comes across clearly when the team at Invideo are actually describing things. So yeah, so that's why there are no videos, because Invideo keeps improving, and it's difficult to keep up.
They have actually redone the training section,
Right.
and the layout is much improved. But as has been said by a gentleman earlier, it's a bit of a pain to follow because mainly because of the gentleman's accent.
Yeah. And we can't do anything about our accents, can we?
No.
Nope. I'm from up north, and John's from the Midlands, as you can tell.
This particular person's from India, and that's the criticism, which is a bit unfair, really.
Yeah. If we could speak Urdu, then perhaps we could criticize. Oh dear, oh dear. So I've made quite a few videos this week, but this afternoon has been at best choppy, rocky, whichever adjective you want to use. So I don't have a video today. But I have enjoyed using the Invideo platform to actually create the countdown clocks for each of the shows this week, and they were personalized and they just work so well. Right, okay.
Do you want to tell everybody what happened? How you headbutted the floor?
I'm
sure everybody's looking and thinking, "What's the poor fella done?"
Yeah. Thank you for asking, John. I was out delivering political leaflets with Angelica on Tuesday, it's Tuesday, and I was on the second street that we were doing, and I put the leaflet through the 46. I'll always remember the number. And there's a mat outside. Who has a mat outside the door? Anyway, besides point, the mat was slippy. I turned and fell onto concrete and to gravel. Fortunately, I broke my fall somehow, and the only result I've got is a slight scarring there, which will disappear by next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm using one of those magic products to actually do that. Silver to remove that, and my knee and my elbow. But on the scale of things, I got off lightly, and I'm on the road to recovery. So it's one of those things that happen to us. But don't go near number 46. They've got a slippy mat outside the door. So you don't you've done it.
That street next time.
Yeah, this will be funny next week, John. I'm assure you. But, right, at least it's
you're trying to make a joke. Then that's why I laughed.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. The marks are superficial, and I'm good as I could hope to be after falling flat on the floor. Right. Okay. So that's Invideo for this week with John and myself. And John, would you like to take us out?
Well, thank you all for watching. Hope that you found something useful to pick on in there and have a go at. And Stephen and I will see you next Thursday. Bye for now.
Bye for now. Thank you for watching.